Well, the deaths of two animals at the Calgary Stampede is giving animal rights activists more ammunition in their annual call for major changes to the rodeo. Yesterday, a horse collapsed during the controversial chuck wagon races, and earlier this week, a steer had to be euthanized after it was injured. Let's join Global Calgary's Gary Bobrovitz with more on this story. Gary?
A 7-year-old thoroughbred named Howie died after the fourth heat of the chuck wagon race here at the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede last night. There's a horse. Stampede officials say the horse was not involved in the collision, that it was cooling down after the race and heading back to the barns when it suddenly collapsed and died on the spot. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the exact cause of death, and grief counselors are being offered to the chuck wagon race team.
Stampede, okay, rodeo, no. Boycott the rodeo, boycott the rodeo.
Animal rights advocates who are protesting this and other animal deaths say the only way to protect the animals is to outright ban both the rodeo and the chuck wagon races.
They say it's part of our, cultural heritage, our Calgary tradition, but I mean, it's one thing to learn about it and to be educated about it, but it's another thing to also evolve and to recognize that, despite all of that, it is still incidences where animals are killed or injured every single year. And I mean, if you wouldn't do it to something like a dog or a cat, you shouldn't be doing it to a steer or a horse.
This isn't the first time that animals have died at the Stampede. Last year, 3 horses were killed also in the chuck wagon races.
Zane is out to the nose.
And earlier this week, a steer died after its neck was broken during the steer wrestling competition at the rodeo. Sophie?
Gary Bobrovitz in Calgary for us tonight. Gary, thank you.